Assalamu alaikum, welcome to my channel. Do remember to share this video with your friends. Today we are going to solve Cambridge IGCSE Mathematics Paper 4 Extended 0580 Variant 41 October-November 2017. The first question. A library has a total of 10,494 fiction and non-fiction books. The ratio of the fiction books to non-fiction books is 13:5. Find the number of non-fiction books the library has. So the ratio is 13:5. We are concerned with the non-fiction books. What part of the ratio is it? 5. What is the total ratio? When you add both the parts, you will get 18. Multiply by 10,494. And you will get 2,915. Part B. The library has DVDs on crime, adventure, and science fiction. The ratio is given to us. The library has 384 more science fiction DVDs than adventure DVDs. Calculate the number of crime DVDs the library has. We will write let the total number of DVDs equal to X. The ratio of crime, adventure, and science is 11:6:10. And what is the total parts of the ratio? If you add them together, you will get 27. So adventure is 6/27 of the total, and our total is X, so we can write X here. And science is 10/27 of X of the total. But they have given us additional information that the library has 384 more science than adventure. So if I want to make them equal to each other, I will have to add 384 here. Remember, if they said the science is more, you add the number to the other side. So we bring the 6x 6/24x to the other side, and you will get 384 is equal to 4/27x. We are trying to find the total number of DVDs first. So 384, when I move the 4/27 to the other side, we have to write the reciprocal. The number in the denominator we write in the numerator, and the numerator is written in the denominator. Equals X. So the total number of DVDs are 2,592. We are looking for the crime DVDs. What is the ratio of the crime DVDs? 11/27 parts of the total, and the total is 2,592. This will give us 1,056. So that is the number of crime DVDs the library has. Part C. Every Monday, Seema travels by car to the library. The distance is 20 km and the journey takes 23 minutes. Calculate the average speed of the hour speed for the journey in kilometers per hour. So how do we find the speed? I hope you are aware of the triangle method. This is distance, speed, and time. You want to find speed. So we are looking at distance divided by time. Distance is 20 km and time taken is 23 minutes. We want the answer in hour. So we have to convert this into minutes into hour. How do you convert into hour? By dividing by 60. You can put the whole thing in the calculator like that, or if you find that confusing, you can write 20 divided by 23 over 60, and you will get 52.17. You can leave it like that or round it to one decimal place, 52.2 kilometer per hour. Next part of the question. One Monday she is delayed and her average speed is reduced to 32 kilometer per hour. Calculate the percentage increase in the journey time. Now, what do you understand from this question? That the speed has changed. First it was 52.2 kilometers. Now it is 32 kilometers. So there's been a change in the speed. And because of the change in the speed, the time taken has changed. So we have to find the new time. The distance remains the same. How do we find time? By using this triangle. If you want to find time, we are going to divide distance by speed. So time is equal to distance divided by speed. Distance is the same 20 kilometers and the new speed is 32 kilometers per hour. This will give you 5 over 8. It is in hour. Our initial time is in minutes. So we are going to change 5 over 8 into, which is 5 over 8 in decimal form, it is 0.625 to minutes. From hour to minutes, you multiply by 60. This will give you 37.5 minutes. Now that you have got your minutes, you have to find the percentage increase in the journey. Whenever you have to find the percentage increase or decrease, we use a formula. Difference of the two values divided by the original value times by 100. So this is something you need to remember. What is our high value? 32. Sorry, I'm using the wrong value. We are looking at the time. So 37.5 minus 23 minutes. And the original value is 23. So that's what you're going to write in the denominator times 100. And you will get 63.04. So you can write that as your answer, 63.04%. Part D. In Spain, the price of a book is 11.99 euros. In the USA, the price of the same book is $12.99. The exchange rate has been given to us. We have to find the difference between the prices, and the answer must be in dollars, correct to the nearest cent. So let's write down for exchange of currency questions. We write down the currencies first. We have the dollar and we have the euro. The exchange rate is $1 is equal to 0.9276 euros. This is the cost of the book in euros, and we want to find the difference in dollars. So we are going to convert this to dollars, cross multiply. 1 multiplied by 11.99 is equal to 0.9276. Divide x. Divide 11.99 by 0.9276, and you will get in the calculator 12.925. It's dollars, so you have to round it to two decimal place. It will be 12.93. This is the cost of the book in Spain in dollars, and in USA it is 12.99. So what is the difference? Subtract from 12.99 12.93 and you will get 0.06. So that is the difference between the two books. Part A. 7,605 books were borrowed from the library in 2016. This was 22% less than in 2015. Calculate the number of books borrowed in 2015. So here you need to understand two things. This is a decrease, and we have been given the change in the value, the new value. We don't know what was the value of the number of books borrowed in 2015. We are going to use this equation to find the new value after the percentage increase or decrease. We are going to write the original value here, the original number of books in this case, multiply by the percentage decrease. It's less, so it's a decrease, will give you the new number of books, the number of books, the new number of books. So what is the starting number of books in 2015? We don't know. Let's write it as X. And we need to find the percentage decrease. How do we find it? On the side, write 100 minus the percentage change. What is that? 22. Divide by 100 and you will get 0.78. This gives you the new number of books, which is 7,605. So to find the total number of books in 2015, divide 7605 by 0.78, and that will be 9,750. This is a very important question and it's not difficult. Remember always this easy formula, the starting of anything, the original value or number of books or population or whatever they give us, multiply by the percentage decrease or increase. If it is a decrease, from 100 you minus that and divide by 100. If it is an increase, you add 100 to it and divide by 100. That will give you the new number of value. Okay? Question number 2a. We have been given a shape. It's an octagon. It means it has 8 sides. All of the sides are the same length. So all the sides are same length. And 4 of the interior angles are each 32. So this is 32, 32 and 32. And the other 4 interior angles are equal. So this angle is equal. Find the value of x. For this question, we will use the interior angles formula. The sum of interior angles of a polygon is equal to n minus 2 multiplied by 180. What is n? N is the number of sides. Octagon means 8 sides. So 8 minus 2 multiplied by 180. This will give us 1080. So the sum of all the angles are 1080. We know that 4 angles are 32. From this we'll subtract those 4 angles and we will get 952. This 952 are the sum of the other 4 angles that we have. So what is one angle? If 4 angles are 952, one angle will be 952 divided by 4, which will give us 238. So this one angle here is 238. And we all know that angle at a point is equal to 360. Therefore, 238 plus x is equal to 360 and x is equal to 360 minus 238, which is 122. So not a very difficult question if you knew your formula for finding the sum of interior angles. Part B, we have been given a circle and 2 angles have been given to us. Angle PQR is y and the angle POR is equal to 2y minus 60. Find the value of y. you need to be familiar with the circle theorems. And I will put a link in the description box. You can watch the circle theorem explanation and also solve questions on circle theorems from the past paper. So in this case, we are supposed to know this rule. Angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference. So if the angle at the circumference is y, angle at the center is going to be 2y. The other thing you can see here is that this is a point here, and angles at a point equal to 360. Therefore, 2y plus this 2y minus 60 is equal to 360. 4y is equal to 360. The negative, when we move to the other side, is going to become positive. So 4y is equal to 420 and y is equal to 105. That was an easy question and it carries a lot of marks. Question number 3. Solve 11x plus 15 is equal to 3x minus 7. Put the like terms together. So x is on one side. This when I bring here, it will be negative. And 15 when I move to the other side will be negative. So 11 minus 3, 8x. And negative 7 minus 15, negative 22. Bring the 8 to the other side. Put this in the calculator and you will get negative 11 over 4. We do not leave our answer in improper fraction. You can write it as a decimal or a mixed number. Part B 1. Factorize x squared plus 9x minus 22. Write down the factors of 22. Negative 22. We have 1 multiplied by 22 and 2 multiplied by 11. When you multiply the factors and then you add them, you should get the middle term, 9x. So if I have negative 2 and plus 11, when I add them, I will get 9. So this can be written as x minus 2 and x plus 11. Next, solve x squared plus 9x minus 22 is equal to 0. So we have already factorized them. Now we make it equal to 0. So x minus 2 is equal to 0 or x plus 11 is equal to 0. And what will this give us? X is equal to 2 and x is equal to negative 11. Question number C. Rearrange y is equal to 2 bracket x minus a over x to make x the subject. First thing you need to know is that you cannot have anything in the denominator. So we move the x to the other side, it will become x multiplied by y, xy. Expand the bracket, 2 times x is 2x, 2 multiplied by negative a, negative 2a. And then put the like terms together. You have an x here and an x here. Bring the x here, you will get xy minus 2x is equal to negative 2a. After this step, what is similar? X. Factorize it out and you will be left with y minus 2 is equal to negative 2a. This is a multiply. When you move to the other side, you will have it in the denominator. So your answer is negative 2a divided by y minus 2. Part D, we have to simplify this algebraic fraction. In the numerator, you can see that x is common. So we factorize the x out. You will be left with x minus 6 in the bracket. What about x squared minus 36? 36 is a square number. You can write it as 6 to the power of 2. This is the difference of squares. And what does difference of squares tell us? If you have a square minus b square, you can write as a minus b and a plus b. Therefore, x square minus 6 square can be written as x minus 6 and x plus 6. Now what is common? X minus 6. So that's cancelled. And we are left with x over x plus 6. This is a very important rule. You need to understand it very well. Question number 4, we have been given an equation f of x is equal to x cubed minus 4x squared plus 15. We have been given a table and we have to find the value of y when x is negative 1 and x is 2. So in place of x, substitute negative 1. Remember to write it in a bracket. So if you're writing negative 1 cube minus 4 negative 1 square plus 15. When you put this in the calculator, you will get 10. And the same way, in place of x, now we are going to substitute 2. And we will get 7. Next, on the grid, draw the graph of y is equal to f of x for negative 2 till 4.5. So we have to use these values, plot the points, and make the graph. Before we plot the points, we need to understand on the x-axis, each two lines equal to 0.1. And on the y-axis, each two line equals to 1. So now the first point we have is negative 2 and negative 9. So x is negative 2 here and y is negative 9. It's going to be here. And then you have x is negative 1, y is 10. 10 is here. X is negative 0.5. This is negative 0.5. And y is 13.9. Like I said, every two lines is equal to one line. So 13.9 will be here. So this way we are going to plot all the points and then join them together. And this is how your curve will look like after you join the points. Part C, used your graph to solve the equation f of x is equal to 0. F of x is equal to 0 means when y is 0. Where is y 0? Y is 0 on the x-axis. And we can see the x value is negative 1.6. We have been given a margin of negative 1.7 to negative 1.55. Next, by drawing a suitable tangent, estimate the gradient of the graph of y is equal to f of x when x is equal to 3.5. Tangent means it touches the graph at one place. And we want to find the tangent when x is equal to 3.5. 3.5 is here. So we are going to draw a tangent here. So the tangent is drawn. And now we have to find the gradient. To find the gradient, we use the formula m is the gradient, is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. We need to find 2 points. The first point is already they told us x is 3.5. And we can see here when x is 3.5, y is 8.9. So that is your 1 point. We need to find another point. We can use this point here. When x is 2.6, y is 0. Just a second. Now to find the gradient, we have to minus y2 minus y1. So 8.9 minus 0 over x2 minus x1. 3.5 minus 2.6. And we'll get the answer 9.88. We can round it to 9.89 or 9.9. We have been given the range from 6.5 to 11. That's very generous. Next, by drawing a suitable straight line on the grid, solve the equation x cubed minus 4x squared minus 2x plus 5 is equal to 0. Let's write down our original equation f of x first. We had in the question x cubed minus 4x squared plus 15 is equal to 0. This is the new equation. What is similar? X cubed and negative 4x squared. So that's what we'll write down first. X cubed minus 4x squared. And then we have plus 15, which is not the same as plus 5. How can we get plus 5 if we subtract negative 10? 15 minus 10 will give us 5. And what about negative 2x? We don't have any x's here, so we will just write it the same way. Negative 2x is equal to 0. Now, x cubed minus 4x squared plus 15, that's our original equation, is equal to the extra terms that we have added. We'll move it to the other side. It's going to be 2x plus 10. So this is the straight line that we need to draw to solve this equation. 2x plus 10. Y is equal to 2x plus 10. The first thing that you should do is draw the line in which way you understand. You can either make a table like this and draw, or in place of x, put 0. When x is 0, what will you get? Y is 10. So the first point is 0 and 10. When x is 0, y is 10. This is 1 point. And then we will try to see if we can get a value by substituting in place of y 0. So negative, 0 is equal to 2x plus 10. Negative 10 is equal to 2x. Negative 10 divided by 2 will give us negative 5 is equal to x. So the other point which we have is negative 5, 0. We do not have negative 5 here, as you can see. So this point we cannot use. So let's take another point. You can choose any random numbers. Let's choose this point when x is negative 2. What is the value of y we will get? We will get 10. Negative 4 plus 10 is 6. So one point will be negative 2 and 6. That will be here somewhere. And let's choose when x is 3. We'll get 16. So the other point is 3 and 16. 16 is going to be here. Draw the points together. This is how your line will look after you join the 3 points together. Now where does it intersect the curve? Here, here, and here. So these are our 3 x values. This value here is negative 1.2, and the other value is 1, and this value here is 4.2. So our answers are negative 1.2, 1, and 4.2. The range given to us is negative 1.3 to negative 1.1. 1 has to be 1, and here from 4.1 to 4.25. That's how you solve this question. Question number 5. The histogram shows the distribution of the masses m grams of 360 apples. So this is the mass in grams, and this is the frequency density. The shaded square represents 10 apples. Use the histogram to complete the frequency table. So we have been given the last two number of apples, and that is here, this and this. So let's see what formula you can use to find the frequency density. We don't know how the frequency density has been numbered. So we use frequency density is equal to frequency divided by class width. Frequency is the numbers. So let's use this one. Each 5 squares is equal to 10. So this is 150, 170, 190, 210. So when the mass is between 190 to 210, the number of apples are 92. To find the frequency density, divide the frequency divided by the class width. How do you find the class width? 210 minus 190, the upper limit minus the lower limit, and this will give you 20. 92 divided by 20 is 4.6. So that is your frequency density. This line here, for here, this is our class width 190 to 210. Frequency density is 4.6. From this information we can gather that each 5 squares is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, and 10. And each 1 square here represents a 0.2 frequency density. So in these questions, we have to find the frequency. The frequency density has been given to us, and the class width has been given to us. We are going to use frequency density multiplied by class width. This is divide. When I move to the other side, it will be multiply, and that will give us our frequency. Let's label the bars first, second, and third. In the first bar, our frequency density is 1.8, and the class width is 170 minus 140, that is 30. This will give us 54. So the number of apples are 54. Now for the second bar, we have to find the frequency density 170 to 180. This is 7.6. Multiply by the class width. 180 minus 170 will give you 10. So you multiply by 10, and frequency is 76. For the third bar, we have 9.6 as our frequency density, and the class width is 190 minus 180, which is 10. So frequency is 96. Part B, calculate an estimate of the mean mass of the 360 apples. So we have been given group data, we have been given the number of apples. We need to use this rule. Mean is equal to the sum of the frequency multiplied by the midpoint divided by n. N is the total frequency. X is the midpoint of the class width. Let's write down the midpoint of each class width. How do you get the midpoint? You add these two numbers and divide by 2. So 140 plus 170 divided by 2. I wrote down the midpoint. Now we have to multiply the frequency with the midpoint to get the mean. So 54 multiplied by 155 plus 76 multiplied by 175 92 multiplied by 200 and 42 multiplied by 220. Divide everything by the total frequency. What is the total frequency? 360. Just a second, I made a mistake. This is 225. So I'll have to change it here also, 225. Sorry about that. Now this we put the whole thing in the calculator, we will get 186.88. You can round it to 1 decimal or a whole number. Both the answers are right. I will leave it as a decimal, so 186.9 grams. This brings us to the end of this tutorial. For question number 6 onwards, please watch part 2. Do share this video with your friends, kindly subscribe, and if you need help with any exam paper or topic, do mention in the comment section. Thank you for watching.